We welcome you back to Steel City Bowl and Brews in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Time to conclude the 2026 PBA Elite Battle of the Brands, presented by BeatBox. We started with 6 5-man Baker bowling teams. We're down to 3 in the opening rounds. Storm advancing to the championship show. The top 2 seeds, Motive led by E.J. Tackett and Hammer, featuring Hall of Famer Bill O'Neill, got buys into this show. First match, Storm against second seeded Hammer. All matches are a race to 2, like we just saw at the end of show 1. Exciting to watch. Welcome back, everyone, to Bethlehem, PA, the Lehigh Valley. PBA and CBS Sports Network. Dave Brown alongside Kyle Sherman, PBA Tour Star. That was exciting. The first show, what a finish there for Storm, the defending champs.
Yeah, was kind of cruising through a stepladder here, but then Storm battles back after a first game loss, forces a roll-off, and then that man Belmo does exactly what we're expecting him to do, striking for his team to advance.
Top seed is Motive, led by the great E.J. Tackett. Won the World Championship a week ago. Thunder Bowl, Allen Park. He's on the Norm Duke Show tomorrow as well. And he's the guy I want on my Baker bowling team. Sherm, runaway PBA leader in points, earnings, average, a shoe-in for Player of the Year.
Yeah, this guy's been the absolute best player all year long. And if you're the rest of the Motive guys, you gotta feel so good about E.J. Tackett anchoring your bowling team. I wouldn't rather have anyone in that spot throwing it for the cheese than him.
But some big-time bowlers we just saw there. A huge victory for Storm, and we know they are the defending champions. They won it last year, Thunder Bowl in Allen Park, along with Frankie Lavoie, Jesper Svensson, Kyle Troop, Chris By. For 1 seed, they knocked off the number 2 seed Motive last year, 2-0. Might rematch again this year. Take a look at the Bowl TV highlights. Moments ago, Jason Sutter and Brunswick, along with Tim Ford Jr., head-to-head with Storm. Game 1 goes to Brunswick, sure, but game 2, it was Belmo, Troop, and Storm taking over.
Yeah, the lanes change, they transition, they flip-flop. Storm, see Chris By there, Patrick Dombrowski stepping up, making big shots. That's what he does. They get it done on the right lane. Troop coming up big in the 9th.
Then the roll-off. This was exciting. Chris By got started in style for Storm.
Yeah, Chris By, Patrick Dombrowski setting it up for the GOAT, Belmo, to finish it off. All 3 perfect in the roll-off, and then finishes it in style with a little Belmo boom.
Perfection for Belmo on that third ball of the roll-off. Flush strike. Team Storm is through. Again, second-seeded Hammer. That is the next match here. It's a race to 2. Some of the all-time greats on the lanes today. But Grohl has a major win. It's all the way on CBS Sports Network. Last week in Allen Park. Down to the 10th frame, 4-9 split. EJ on the bench. Won a major. Marshall Kent, originally from Yakima, Washington, will get us started. Tremendous physical skills for this guy. What an athlete. Underway, ball speed, wow. Cruising down lane for the strike.
And Marshall's a guy that can do anything with the bowling ball. He can throw it really hard. He can get in and give the big hook. Electing to go pretty straight and hard as we see Storms line up here. Chris By starting us out.
Two-hander from outside Columbus. Nice hit in the 10-pin.
Very good shot. Very good shot. Well,
Let's kick up. From Finland. Eighth-year pro. Two-hander. European star. Unorthodox approach on his footwork, and great start, but 1-2-7, not too damaging for a spare try.
Yeah, one of the most unique bowlers on our tour. Tomas, very unique in his style, very unique in his approach to the game. Plays the lanes often very different than all the other bowlers.
It's all about race to 2 from here on in the Elite League. If we have a tie 1 game each, we'll have a roll-off as we did in Show 1. Storm knocked off Brunswick. 3 straight strikes. Tomas covers nicely. Good spare.
Darren Tang stepping up here in the second from Las Vegas. Throwing the Storm Alpha Crux. His new and improved two-handed delivery. Looking for a double to start the match.
DT comes in high. Big 4 pays the big price.
Darren throwing a stronger ace-in ball. However, this ball doesn't quite glide through the lane. Hooks a little early, goes through the face, pays the ultimate price. Now just looking to get 2, working on the strike, keep his count.
Takes 4-7, leads the 6th. And made on TV in 21 years. It is that hard to convert the Big 4. Many of the teams on today's show bowl a perfect game. Everyone in America can receive a free game of bowling courtesy of Go Bowling. If you register, visit GoBowling.com and sign up for Go Bowling Free America promotion. Here's the real deal, Bill O'Neill. Local hero from the Philly area. Okay. No 7-10. Come on.
Almost gave it right back to Team Storm with a 7-10. Fortunate to get the 10-pin out. Ball deflects a little too much, but just leaving the 7-pin. Looks like Bill liked that one. Maybe missed it off his hand a little bit. Pretty good opening shot. Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
And he does. Gives it right back to Storm.
Miss.
Just misses it to the right. Huge break for Storm. We've seen this pattern be very high scoring, so opens really hard to recover from. Patrick Dombrowski trying to swing the momentum back to Storm.
He'll do that. After the big strike and the roll-off, took care of the Brunswick squad. This is a game, one of a race to 2. And we asked Book today, does anyone ever call you David? That's his given name. He's like,
no, I've known Book since we were kids.
Years. No one has ever called me David.
I kind of thought Book was just his name.
Right. I want to change on this driver's license. Outside Springfield, Missouri. Wow. Some heat on that one down lane.
Yeah, Boog electing to go with the high hard one as well, kind of following in Marshall's footsteps there. Electing to go a little straighter on this Randy Peterson pattern.
Back to Kyle Troop. Son of Guppy, one of the most entertaining stars in PBA Tour history. Kyle certainly carried that on. Colorful outfits, some great hair, and a great game too. Okay, there we go, KT.
Concept sees it every time. Ooh, that's crispy.
He knows where the cameras are.
Always having fun.
Zach told us pre-show here, partner, it took him about 5 of the hours driving from Allen Park to here in Pennsylvania. Decompress. Trip 10-pin after the match with EJ last week. Drove through a torrential rainstorm, picked up AJ Chapman on the way, and he said at about the 6th hour I was able to chill. finally come down a little bit from the dramatic finish last week at Thunder Bowl.
I mean, he poured his heart and soul into that. One of the best runs.
Incredible. Belmont frame for a lead. Works on a strike. Yes. Storm is up 8 pins.
Gave it a little luck. Gave it a little extra
Halfway home, game one. First match of our second show. Race to 2, Marshall Kent back on TV. Stars are shining brightly here in Bethlehem, PA. Let's flash back. Doug Kroll. Don't call him David. March 29th, USBC Masters, Strobel Arena, Thunder Bowl in Allen Park, Michigan. E.J. Tackett needed 2 strikes for the title in the 10th frame, got the first, and then inexplicably, unbelievably, leaves the 10-pin with a Masters on the line. And Doug Kroll on the bench wins his first career major. And we talked to Bug pre-show today, and he said, I wasn't even looking. I assumed E.J. would win it in the 10th frame. He's the best player in the world. It's E.J. Tackett. He looked up, the 10-pin was standing. He didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Just running around celebrating, right?
In a moment like that, you assume that player of E.J.'s caliber is going to step up and get it done. You're kind of accepting defeat. And when you come out with the win, it's unbelievable.
Marshall Kent at the break gets us going here, Sherm. That's high. 3-6, 7-10 split. And of all places, in all events, the same center last week, E.J. Tackett on the bench, sees a 4-9 split from Wilkins, and he wins on the bench after Kroll won against E.J. USBC Masters. Just amazing turn of events and storyline from the season.
I mean, it goes along with the rest of this 2026 PBA Tour season. You couldn't have drawn up these scripts that we've been coming out with.
Wow! Nice conversion for Marshall. That was sweet. How about it?
This is a big momentum swing for Team Hammer here. Marshall with the errant shot, but picks it up. 3-6, 7-10, no problem.
5 seconds of the match, struck to lead things off for Team Storm and missed the target there, but just a 2-4 could have been a lot worse. Almost 2-4-10 split.
Yeah, that's such a big break there that you don't see. I mean, we think breaks to leave strikes or to get strikes are huge, but to leave a makeable spare here, you see he knows how big of a break that was, the 10-pin falling late.
Got it. Game 1, race to 2, back to Tomas. Home center is in Helsinki. '24th on the points list this year. 3 top 10s. Best was 6th at the Illinois Classic. 19th on the points list a year ago. Had a hurry. 1-2-4. Standing here.
It's going to hook right. It's usually when you see some errant shots, and he knows it right off his hand. That ball's not coming back, but leaves him makeable here. Not a disaster.
Okay, you go. Nice. Good cover. World Cup silver medalist 2021 for Team Finland. That was held in Dubai. It's a big international experience for Tomas. Big 4 for Tang last time up. His first effort in this first game, race to 2. 7th frame, yeah. Takes care of business. Lots of family and friends here, as always, for Bill O'Neill. It's about an hour from here. 72+% for Storm to win. As of now, subject to change, game 1. Here's the real deal. Swinging 10-pin, good shot. No break. No hometown cooking. I mean, come on.
Saying, these pins don't know that he's a Hall of Famer.
Guy.
Local
hero.
He's supposed to get these hits. He's earned them. Another good shot for Bill here. See, what the heck? Why? That's what he's thinking right now. As Hammer trails in this opening game.
That's better.
I didn't want to shoot it. I'm not as much mad about the shot not striking. I didn't want to shoot the spare. But that was pretty good.
Step back. Here's a breakdown, partner. We're 5 for 7 on strikes so far. An open each is keeping our first game very tight. Eighth frame for Storm, and Dombrowski works on a strike. Nice hit of the 10-pin. Up 24 pins in game one. If you want to get the stat the pros are using, download the Lane Talk app and see how your game stacks up against the very best. LaneTalk.com. Back to Boone. Inside Springfield, Missouri. Right at it. Big four for the second time in the match.
Wow, you kind of saw Marshall's ball do the same thing as Boog's. They both struck in their opening frames and then both went through the face, leaving big splits. This one more catastrophic. It's harder to make, pretty much impossible.
My bad, guys. Pull up the lane.
Hammered a huge hole. And Kyle Troop, fan favorite. Trying to blow the doors off a Hammer in game one. Foundation frame for a 50-pin lead. As Storm tries for the turkey. Kyle Troop. Oh, yeah.
It saw it. It saw it.
All but seals the deal here in game one. Wilkins. That's it. His first game is mathematically over. Storm will continue the roll here, Kyle, and take game one of the race to 2 against Hammer pretty easily.
Yeah, I don't want to say this is what we expected, but this left lane has been the trouble lane this entire time. That's why Hammer decided to start on that lane. They want to try to finish on the better lane. I think they're more than happy as you see Zach going in the gutter there. Well, the good news is they can't do a lot worse than that.
The game was over.
Yeah.
It's a rare to see a pro go anywhere near the channel like that. Belmo's get a little practice in here. Game one's in the bag.
But again, this right lane, been the better lane. Storm step up, did what they needed to do, got the win on the good lane. We see that a lot, even though lanes, you know, to the naked eye, they appear flat. They appear like they're the exact same, but there's these little differences in them called topography, breakdown, which makes each lane play a little different. So just because it's a pair of lanes doesn't mean each one is going to play the same. You're seeing that here. Team Hammer really struggling on the left lane. Team Storm in the 230s or 40s on the right lane on the same exact pattern.
Belmo. Wrapping up this first game. Throw ball here in the 10-pin to make it official. After Hammer throws a 160 at him. Odd miss for Belmo. All people, but again, the match was over. The game was over. They're a race to 2. Storm keeps on trucking. They win game one. Philadelphia's family is here. We'll tell you about weekdays on CBS Sports Network. CBS HQ Spotlight crew keeps you up to date on all the top stories with highlights and in-depth analysis. from Langhorne, PA. Hoping for a win today for the real deal. They've been in those seats a lot, this building.
Yeah, they're
last couple years we've seen them in the PBA Tour Finals. Now here, the PBA Elite League. Storm wins the first game easily, 232-160. Chris Vi and Storm begin. Game 2 here. Switching lanes with Lofts for Vi. Just about the 4-10. Just the 4-pin for Chris.
I know, but it pushed a lot more than we both thought, I think.
Just trying to listen in with Belmo there. Chris Vi going with a little loft. Doesn't look like he trusted it to the right as much as he wanted to, meaning he just didn't get the ball to the right. Got it in a little bit, went through the face. Again, just leaving a single pin there, you're pretty happy with. This tricky lane, not only tricky, but gets in your head a little bit. Makes you feel like you have to throw maybe a better shot than you really need to. But nonetheless, spares it up, avoided disaster.
I think if you, even if you cheated it one more, just to give yourself that freedom to push it through, I think it still comes off.
Looks like a ball change here on the right lane, going to a zero mercy solid.
Marshall's 8th career title came this year. Good ball change. Great shot for him. That was back in March in Fort Wayne in a very low-scoring, challenging championship.
Yeah, after one of the highest scoring tournaments we had all year, up until that match, it was very high scoring, but the lanes changed, they transitioned, it can happen on a dime, and pulled away from Boog in a historic match.
2-4. Well, if you're Marshall, that's the kind of history we'll be part of. I know it was a low-scoring number, but it was in a win. If it's in a loss, that's something totally different. How you reflect upon that years later.
A win is a win as we're up high on this left lane. Watch Darren's ball just wiggle a little bit, coming up light. The players just can't really find a line, have no trust in when the ball is going to hook on this tough left lane.
2-4. Got that.
I didn't think that was terrible. It felt like it slipped past it a little easier than the last match on that
I
side.
think it was just firm
Okay.
from where we're playing, and I think because it's on the uphill, if we just stay the same and just bring it back just, I don't know, a little bit, I think it gives it that time to come up the hill.
I think I can roll it a little more.
It's good coaching from Belmo. Back to Tomas, star from Finland. Nice.
All right, a little redemption there for Tomas after a couple errant shots in that left lane. That's the Tomas we're used to seeing. Yeah, you see him smiling a little bit there.
I'm back.
Yeah.
It's going to be all right.
It's all good, guys.
Tattoos the 1-3 pocket. Wow, that was a perfect shot. Patrick made history in Indy this year. Left lane now for him. Nice. Right at it.
That's kind of one of Patrick's superpowers. When the lanes get a little messy, you see the other guys struggling to find the pocket.
To read, like I don't.
And you hear him, he's one of the hardest players to read because he's so soft with his hand. His ball isn't doing what the other players are doing. It's staying on line, it's staying more consistent.
Here's the Hall of Famer, Bill O'Neill. Okay, flat 10. Can't get a break here near his hometown.
Bill continuing to throw good shots, but just having carry issues in this match. Another 10-pin. That's back-to-back for him now.
15-time titleist, 3 majors. Last title outside Chicago. Got that 10-pin, got the mark with Belmo. Roth Holman doubles championship. And the family's cheering him on.
Troop electing to go with the Storm concept, a ball that's supposed to resemble urethane, still trying to stay pretty straight up the lane, looking for a double.
First ever here, game 2. Yep. Nicely done. Storm by 21. Down 1, excuse me.
I didn't throw it as good, so that's fine.
But I think on this lane, that's the hit you're looking for.
He was controlling the ball.
Fancy footwork, the agility.
Little
That was a
shimmy
great
at the
Kyle
end
Troop.
there. I love it.
Fourth frame works on a spare. Good shot there for both. Torpedoes the 1-3 pocket. Down they go.
There we go. We have 4 left.
See the communication there from Boog, talking the moves to the other players. That's really big in this team competition. You don't get to throw just shots at back to back. There's other players that throw in between your shots, so the lane's changing, and you got to relay that information. As Belmo steps up here in the 5th, Team Storm working on a double, looking to make it a turkey.
And a lead this time. 5th frame. Oh, yeah. 60 feet, 2.
Success!
Thank you, Sherman. See, we're good teammates, man. Finish it off.
I feel honored that I got to do that.
Who doesn't want it to come up to
It's a special day.
It
On
is.
a lot of levels. Storm's up by 9. Wilkins, 2-time winner this year. Once with A.J. Chapman in Portland. Rob Holman. And of course, this year at the World Series of Bowling 17 in the Twin Cities. He's become a major story. Looking for a lead again. 5th, crossing over, runaway Brooklyn, and 3-6 standing.
Okay.
Wilkins going through the face here, throwing a hammer spawn. One of the new releases from Hammer. Little strong there for him. Didn't quite hold its line to the pocket.
So the 3-6 here. He told us pre-show, if you had told me last week I'd go 6-1 on the World Championship shows, 2 of them, then Allen Park said I would take that. I mean, it was an amazing finish. Fell just short of E.J. Tackett. Marshall, Kent, and company looking good here today in Pennsylvania. Can anyone stop Storm? That's the question. PBA Elite League Battle of Brands, presented by BeatBox. Our entire crew, Dave, Kyle, here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Back to the Lehigh Valley for a 3rd straight year. This is year 2 of this event. Storm won it last year at Thunder Bowl outside Detroit. By leadoff bowler to put Storm up by 19. Does just that. Strike in the 6th. Out of the break.
You could not have thrown that better.
Hey, Chris is in a little bit of a situation where doesn't quite have the right ball, doesn't quite have the right line, but he trusted it out there, and it was just good enough to keep this strike train going for Storm. Marshall trying to keep Hammer in it here.
It's a race to 2. Kent needs this. Got it. Wow, right at it. Pipes it to the 1-3 pocket.
Come on, down the line, boys.
Shrapnel remaining in the pit. Those pins had no chance.
Marshall loves playing this straight, firm line, especially on these patterns like the Randy Peterson pattern, and that's why right there.
Seventh for Tang and Storm. We're up by 29. Oh, ring and 10 pin. Nice shot.
This was a good shot for Darren. Talked about getting the ball to the right a little bit more, rolling it a little bit more. He did all of that. The 10 pin just doesn't cooperate. Now needs to stay clean. Spare here, Storm can still max out for 257.
Ten pin, yes, there for Darren. None other than the greatest two-hander of all time with Jason Belmonte to win this year. PBA Cheetah Championship, Lakeville, Minnesota. World Series of Bowling 17. Back to Kepka, the star from Finland. Yeah, trip 10 pin, good shot.
Great shot, great shot.
A big one for Hammer. 8-pin difference.
This is far from over yet. Storm might be in a 1-0 lead, but all of a sudden, max out wise, they're down in this match. They also don't get lane choice anymore. So if they go to a roll off, Hammer can pick that right lane that's been much more favorable.
Saw the win probability stat for now. Subject to change. Dombrowski, yeah. He knew it.
Fantastic bowling.
For that guy, it just doesn't matter. Good lane, bad lanes, what are you guys talking about? They're both good. P2D2 here. Walks it off. Perfect. And wow, a little emotion out of him. That's about
No
as much.
smile. No smile. You noticed that.
We're not going to go that far.
I mean, a fist pump for him is a big deal.
Ran it out a little bit. The ball change here.
He's a mellow character. Great bowler, but... All right. Bill O'Neill would love you to strike here in front of the hometown fans.
Switching
Come on, Bill.
balls.
Come on.
Gets the 10.
Gotta have some balls in this game.
There you go. Trip 10 pin. Family and friends watching.
Yeah, Bill said he threw the last 3 way too good to not strike, switches balls, gets the 10 to kick. Sometimes that's all it takes. Gives his team a little energy here going into the 9th and 10th.
Down to 9th frame. True for the lead. Foundation frame. Big shot. Almost the 7-10. Just the 7-pin for True.
A little double bounce there early, right after Troop's release. You see right here, the ball kind of bounced a little bit. Made the ball skate a little too far down the lane, not driving through. Again, gets the break on that lane. The 7-10 has been flirting on that left lane. No one's left it yet, but uh-oh. Okay, keeps his balance, picks the spare. But now trailing to Hammer. Boog looking to set Hammer up in the 9th frame, can still max out for 259. Big shot here.
Well, by 12, huge shot, Boog crawl. Crossing over hot, 3, 6, 9, 10.
Wow, and
Left here, just a 6-pin count changes things dramatically.
Yeah, Rhino, that's big. The 6 is so big there for the count. Even with the spare here, you see the 7th there, 167 to 165 now. They're down in count.
Where is my spare ball?
Boog can't seem to locate his spare ball here. There it is.
A lot of bowlers out there.
A lot of ball balls on the rack.
Yeah.
But not an easy spare. A lot of pros would consider the 3, 6, 9, 10 the hardest makeable spare in the game. Can miss it a lot of ways.
Got to cover it. Does just that. Nice shot. A major champion
My bad.
takes care of it.
We just pick it up beautifully like that. Textbook there for Boog.
10th of the Anchor Bowlers. Storm won game 1. Here's the 232, 160. 9 for 236 for Velmo. Here in game 2. Had to hurry, did 2, 8, 10, split instead.
Anything but that far right.
Whoa.
Anything but that far right. God damn it.
It's a big miss for the legend.
And here is that far right. Belmo's saying ball just skates on him. He has a lot of wiggle room to miss, but he can't have that miss. He can't have the far right miss there. The ball just doesn't quite recover. Now just needs to get 2 here. Now hoping that Hammer just opens in the 10th, but that is a tough break for Team Storm there.
Shots to mark for Zach Wilkins and Team Hammer to win this second game and force a roll-off. 3 bowler roll-off, 1 ball each. Total pinfall wins.
So manager Frankie there, trying to give Belmo a little words of encouragement, knowing this is probably going to a roll-off. Got to get ready for the next shot.
He didn't like that.
Okay.
Well, that's high. 3-6-10 to mark and win game 2. Flirting with danger. 10th frame. He's got to have it.
Oh, no.
He didn't like it. Oh, no. 10 pin stands. And Team Storm wins it.
I won't do that again.
And takes the race to 2-2-0 in the first match of the championship show. 2-13-11. Wow, what a finish.
Wow, I can't believe it. Zach here needing a spare to force the roll-off. Misses a little left. He kind of knows it and chops it. Just devastating. Terrible break for Zach. Huge break for Storm.
Storm keeps on rolling. They sweep Hammer in the first match of show 2. Welcome to the Go Bowling Halftime Show. Tomorrow, CBS Sports Network brings you more strikes and spares with the 2026 PBA Norm Duke Open. 5 hours of live coverage begins at noon with the semifinals. And when it's all done, Norm's going to be here. Help us with the show tomorrow. We'll have a PBA Tour champion honoring the Hall of Fame legend, Norm Duke himself. That'll be fun tomorrow. Can't wait for that.
Cannot wait. But first, Dave.
Oh,
Listen.
what do you got here, Kyle?
We got,
Aw, thanks, man.
we got a little surprise for you.
Question mark on the age.
Yeah,
At a certain point, you don't get specific.
a birthday is not complete without a birthday cake. We couldn't find 25, so we got a question mark.
25. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right, my man. Happy birthday, brother.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That was fun to be with you, Sherm.
Got a little.
That was fun to be with you. All right, so let's go to the frame of the game. Presented by I'm all thrown off here. Presented by BeatBox, the original party punch. Now, Zach Wilkins with a chance. I thought we were going to go to the roll-on, Sherm, for sure. In the 10th frame.
Oh, no.
3-6-10. Chops, leaves the 10. It's a shocking finish. And Storm moves on 2-0.
It's a spare that Zach has made a million times. Unfortunately, chops it there. Hammer does move on. Team Storm advances, but barely.
Yeah, presented by BeatBox. What's your flavor? Please drink responsibly. Okay, we move forward now. Storm keeps on rolling here.
Yeah, a little rematch here. Motive, Storm, same championship match we had last year. You better believe Motive's like, hey, listen, guys, okay, it was ours to lose last year. They didn't get it done. But Storm has an idea what these lanes are doing, has a good feel. We've seen so far that's been an advantage, knowing what this tricky left lane is doing, getting lined up on the right lane. I like Storm's chances, but that man right there, E.J. Tackett, best bowler in the world. If you're Team Motive, you have to have so much confidence. If he's your anchor, all these other guys, studs too. But another Belmo Tackett rematch. Love it.
Is there anything better than that in bowling?
No.
These two legends, again, against each other, head-to-head, plus a lot of other stars on the lanes as well. E.J. Tackett leading his team, trying for a win head-to-head with the defending champs in Storm, the PBA Elite League. The Battle of Brands, presented by BeatBox. Looking forward to this matchup. Tackett, Belmo, among many superstars on the lanes from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, next. Packed house again here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. PBA Elite League, Battle of Brands, presented by BeatBox. Standing room only. Bowl TV highlights. Storm won at 2025. PBA Elite League, Battle of Brands, Strobel Arena, Thunderbolt Lanes outside Detroit. High profile showcase, brand loyalty, player talent. Competitive bowling was awesome last year. Team Storm face Motive in the race to 2. That sounds familiar. Game 1, Jesper Svensson, 3 strikes in the 10th. Game 2, LeBlanc Troop by Belmo and Svensson all open with strikes. Team Storm, a 2-0 win, and the Manufacturers Cup a year ago. 189, 186, 275, 181 were the two-game scores last year. Sherman, as we break down our tale of the tape.
Yeah, you can see 2-1 on titles, total titles, leaning towards Team Storm. Most of them on Team Motive, coming from their GOAT bowler, EJ Tackett, total majors, 19. Also, most of them coming from Belmo. I think 15 of them.
All-time record. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
It just doesn't make sense.
Okay, bye. Again, leadoff bowler. Seen this before. Left lane, got some lofts. Looking for the 6-pin, and it wiggles and stands.
Right shot.
Now that's a hit you do not see very often. Ball gets to the pocket, leaving the light 6-pin. A couple of pins did not do their job there. Nonetheless, 9 count for Chris. And interesting enough here, Team Motive electing to start on this right lane, finish on the left lane. A little different strategy that we've seen from the other teams as we see Motive's lineup here. AJ Johnson starting it out.
One title, 2023 Storm. Lucky Larson Masters, Helsingborg, Sweden. Sean Rash, the Hall of Famer, won there last year. AJ, 4-pin.
Yeah. I'll trade you.
This is a race to 2. If it's 1-1, we go to a 3-player total pinfall roll-off, which we saw in our first show. Could be a very exciting finish. Storm trying to defend its title. AJ, 4-pin, got that.
All even through 1 here. Darren throwing an ion post solid. He's had a little iffy ball reaction throughout the day, especially on this left lane. Last time up, left a 10-pin.
Didn't like that. It's a really hurry. Oh, come on. Some pin action. Help across the deck, and the messenger does not make contact with a 10-pin.
I think he was expecting a worse result than that 10-pin right there. When you put that much hand in it, that many revs, you're allowed to make some little errant shots like that because the ball has the potential to hook back. Now testing Darren's spare game here in the second.
Guy's 10-pin has his mark.
I like it here better. They go straight here.
He's happy now. Sigh of relief. His TV appearance in Minnesota. First time we've been under the bright lights since 2021. It's been a minute. Here's Nick Pate. Now comes Myrtle Beach, South Carolina home. We see Nick back on TV.
Also fathered to be in the fall.
Congrats. On the right lane. Double 1-2-8.
That wasn't very good. That it is.
First shot on TV for Nick here, coming up a little light. Only leaving the 2-8. He's gonna move his feet about 3 or 4 boards to the right. Keep his target the same at the arrows. Try to hook this ball. Hoping the ball covers both the 2 and the 8.
Ninth year pro, trying to cover the 2-8 and can't get the chop 2 stands.
That's my bad.
Frame.
I thought it was gonna hook.
Fourth time in his career competing in the PBA league. See a lot of this guy today. He has been awesome.
Yeah, rock solid for Team Storm. When they've struggled a little bit, they've relied on Patrick to throw a good shot, get him right back in the game. He's done that so well.
How about it? 5 for 5 in the second show. It's awesome. And a big strike in the roll-off, too. Show 1.
Biggest thing with Patrick, look at him smile a little bit.
What is happening right now, sir?
You know, Patrick can carry. He is tough to beat because he hits the pocket. He repeats so well. It just comes about, can he get the 7? Can he get the 10 out? As we see Matt Russo from my hometown, from Baldwin, Missouri, just outside of St. Louis, the lefty two-hander.
And the Rookie of the Year on tour. Nice. Tattoos the 1-2 pocket. Down they go. Former Pro Bowler, Team USA member, and the head coach at Maryville University in St. Louis. She's been the head coach since 2023. Matt is the assistant. The husband-wife combo. Heard that before? Disturbed.
It's a common theme.
The O'Keefes. Happens a lot, right? All right, Troop really been good today. Fourth frame puts her up by 22. Counter. Oh. 2-10 split instead. Yikes.
Take another look at Kyle's shot here. Looks like you see the ball double bouncing there. When that happens, I think the ball, it's making the ball just push down the lane a little bit. Ball doesn't see the spot there, comes up light. 2-10. I don't know if Kyle's getting it into the lane differently or it's the lane himself, but his laydown point there is causing the ball to double bounce. Not what you want to see. Although,
oh, so close. Defying the laws of physics, missing the 10-pin. It's an open frame. With our race to 2 underway. Even match here. Santtu Tahamainen from Finland.
Look at that hair.
Great salad. Always looking good up there. Joining Mika Koivuniemi, Osku Palermo. Oh, 6 out. Just the 6-7-10 split. 3 players from Finland to win on tour in PBA Tour history.
Yeah, this goes from bad to worse really quick. Doesn't like it. Although just leaves 3, 6, 7, 10. You can spare that, but that 3-pin falling makes this spare so much harder. And that's about all you can do right there.
Takes the 6-10, leaves the 7 open frame. So a couple opens now. 12-pin spread in game 1 of the race to 2.
Big missed opportunity there for Motive. Working on a strike in the 3rd. Have a chance to take the lead from Storm. Instead, you split. You give it right back to this man right here, working in the 5th.
Back to the legend, Bello. Messenger just takes a right-hand turn at the last second and misses the 10-pin.
Come on, Messenger, just give him one. Another pretty good shot here for Jason. Just not quite having the right entry angle to get the ball to drive. That's why you're seeing that 10-pin stand. First things first here, you have the lead. Team Motive, only 1 strike through 4 frames. Pick this up, keep your lead.
Ten-pin on the money.
Oh, that was
And here he is, anchor bowler for Motive. Locked for Player of the Year after getting the required tour victory last week in Allen Park. 28th career title, 8th major. All right, sure, we talked a lot about it last Saturday, 2026 AMF PBA World Championship, Strobel Arena. Thunderball, all roads led to Thunderball from the World Series of Bowling to the World Championship. EJ Tackett, Zach Wilkins in the championship match. 4-9 left for Wilkins on the bench. EJ Tackett wins his 8th career major, 28th overall title. 4th straight World Championship. That had never been done. 4 straight titles of any sort had never been done. History made in the Motor City last week. EJ Tackett now tied with the great Mike Albee, 8 career majors. That's 4th all time. And what a moment. We were there for PBA Tour history.
Unbelievable, historic. Nothing has gone EJ's way. And it was just poetic the way it worked out on the same lanes that he lost the Masters on. Unbelievable. As Chris Fye adds a little loft on this left lane. Gets them all to fall in the 6th.
5th World Championship for EJ, 4th in a row. I mean, it's just incredible stats for Tackett. And a nice shot here for Fye.
A lot of adjustments the players can make. One of them is just simply throwing it further down the lane, getting away from what we call early hook. That's what Chris Vi does there. Worked out for him. Now AJ, stepping up in the 6th, a man who loves team competition. Some say thrives in it. Was a beast in college. Trying to get Motive back in it.
Hey, 10-pin goes down for AJ.
Let's go.
One title was over. Jesper Svensson in Jesper's home country of Sweden. After Lucky Larson in 2023.
This is the kind of shot I'm used to seeing out of AJ in team competition. Bowled against him a lot in college. I'd probably consider him the best college bowler that I bowled against.
Ooh.
When you needed it, or when they needed it, and he was up, he got it almost every time. Way to get your team back in it. Now Darren in the 7th.
Here's Tang. Little lucky, cross it over. Broad strike. Next stop, Prospect Park.
What a break. Darren, this one is in the whole way. Needed something good to happen, and something great happens. He somehow knocks all 10 down. And Nick looking for a little redemption here in the 7th after that missed spare last time up.
Big shot here for Pate. Big strike. That's a lot better.
Win, boys. Good ones win.
Great shot. Great shot.
Giving it back to Darren. Let him know, hey, we know that wasn't your best.
Sometimes it's a game of luck. It happens. Stat pack breakdown for you. This point of the championship match. Dombrowski, left lane. Pretty good shot. 10-pin.
That looked firm and
We've been used to Patrick striking all day.
First miss of show 2, right?
First miss of show 2. That one just got a little right down lane. Didn't quite have the energy through the pins. That's how good he is. That's his miss. It's still in the pocket. It just doesn't carry.
After all the strikes, 10-pin there.
can't believe
Has the mark.
Yeah, I was about to say, I guess you're allowed one.
Now Motive entering must-strike territory. Working in the 8th on a double. Chance to cut into this lead that Storm has.
Big shot for the 2-time titleist, Russo. What's the target? 6-7-10 split.
Now this one hurts. This was their chance, their opportunity to get back in this match, start forcing some pressure on Team Storm. Instead, the ball just overhooks on Russo. Leaving the 6-7-10. He's gonna have to go for it here in the 8th.
Tough one. 7-pin stands, open frame. Hole gets bigger for Motive. Here against Storm.
Storm with a comfortable lead, but if you're Motive, you're still in this. Race to 2.
Long way to go. Got to win 2 games to win it all. Well, the 4 opens are detrimental, damaging, to say the least. The 2nd, 4th, 5th, and 8th. Oh my goodness, speaking of open frame for Troop, 7-10 split.
Well, this gives Team Motive a sliver of hope, assuming this is going to be an open. And that 7-10 has been flirting all day. We haven't seen it until now.
Seven down, 10 up. Open frame. And things shift here. Foundation frame for True.
So Motive is in must-strike territory. They can strike out for 178. That would force Storm to mark in the 10th. But this has to be a strike for Santu here in the 9th frame.
To Havanainen, some loft. Okay.
Just enough.
Just enough.
Leaves 2 hands.
Santu, the man with probably the most powerful ball on tour. And that's why. Doesn't come up flush. Doesn't matter.
Mark for Belmont to win the first game. There it is. Walks that one out. Fist pump for Jason Belmonte.
An interesting choice for Team Motive. Historically, again, this right lane being the easier lane than the left. They elected to start on the right lane. Storm steals this game 1 in our race to 2. They get to go back on the right lane as Belmo looks at a different ball here.
Pretty good shot, but they've got the win. Storm and Belmo just keep on trucking your partner. Trying to defend their title from last year in Allen Park. So different bowlers on the roster, the same result so far. These guys are tough. Go ball 10 pin there for a 183 for
That one just
Storm.
doesn't quite come off.
No one's more competitive on the face of the planet than this guy, E.J. Tackett. He will be focused and ready for game 2.
Thank you.
Race to 2, game 1 goes to Storm.
Thank you.
They're competing today for the Manufacturers Cup. Kicked off a great weekend of bowling on CBS Sports Network. 4 hours today, 5 hours tomorrow. One Duke Open. Some huge names, including E.J. Tackett, will be on TV tomorrow.
I expect Motive to come out this next game much better. They got comfortable. They got a game under their belt. They finished the back half of that game, only missing once in the 8th. They kind of got their feet under them. I think Storm's going to really have to bowl well this next game to try to sweep them. I wouldn't expect back-to-back 170s from this team.
Be surprising, especially with that guy's ranker bowler. 183-178, game 1 score, race to 2, game 2. And Storm trying to wrap it up when we come back to Pennsylvania. Tomorrow, CBS Sports Network brings you more strikes and spares of the 2026 PBA Norm Duke Open. 5 hours of live coverage begins at noon Eastern with the semifinals. When the dust settles, we will crown a PBA Tour champion, honoring the Hall of Famer Norm Duke in the house today. We'll see Normie again tomorrow. One of the all-time greats. Kyle, joined by E.J. Tackett.
All right, EJ. Tough opening loss there for you guys. Little different strategy than we saw the other teams. You guys elected to start on that right lane. Why was that?
Well, I've bowled a few matches on this pair of lanes over the years, and I know from personal, the right lane's never been very good. It's always felt like there was kind of flat in the middle and puddle to the right, so it was hard to get the ball in the right spot. So we thought we'd try to get that one out of the way, and feel like our ball reaction is good on the left lane. So if we were able to sneak away a win on the right, we would have liked our chances. But you know, we got to win this one and try to get in that roll off.
Is there anything that you are telling your players? How do you rebound from that match 1 loss?
Well, I think you know, everybody was throwing some better shots there the back half of that game. So we just got to take that momentum, take it into this game, and get off to a little bit better start this time, and try to apply some pressure early.
Are we worried about that left lane at all?
I'm personally not, but and I don't think the rest of my team is either. So we're looking forward to it, and like I said, hopefully we can get off to a hot start and apply some pressure early and often.
All right, well, best of luck to you guys. Back to you, Dave.
Thanks. Always good to see E.J. Tackett ready to go. B squad leader. The Norm Duke Open tomorrow. We'll see him on TV then. And again, coming up next on CBS Sports Network. Game 2 is down the way. Packed house. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. PBA Elite League Battle of Brands presented by BeatBox on CBS Sports Network. All day. Good entertainment from DJ Stone. Here at the Bowl. Good to hear there from EJ Tackett with Usher a moment ago. Motive team, finalists last year, lost the Storm in Detroit. AJ Johnson and company do not want to get swept here. Best for AJ at the World Series of Bowling 11th at Cheetah in Minnesota. Game 2 is underway. Oh no!
Wow.
Can't believe it, 7-10 split.
On all day. Good shot for AJ here. But again, that 7-10 that's been lurking and standing for some stands up for AJ. Now he can throw it hard here. Gonna go for the 10 pin. Come on, come on! Oh. That was close.
Boy, the back of the pit, that one came awfully close from
Look at
getting a
this.
7 pin. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Wow. And he knew it too. They had a chance, but instead it's an opening frame, or an open frame. Chris Vi looking to get Storm off to a hot start.
Loft all day for Vi.
Oh no!
Almost that back-to-back 7-10.
What are we doing?
Would that have counted as a TV converted 7-10 in this?
It has to, right? Yeah.
It's on television.
We're on TV.
I would say so.
You picked the 7-10. We're on TV.
Hasn't happened since 2021. We know about that, right? Anthony Dyer, U.S. Open in Reno, Nevada, the national stadium. Man, lineup changed. Troop and Dombrowski flip spots here in Game 2 for Storm. Chris Vi's got the mark.
And I like that change for Team Storm. Patrick Dombrowski has been extremely solid, throwing great shots. And your 4 and 5 hole are your most important shots. You want to set your 10th frame bowler up with a strike. Obviously, the 10th frame, the most important frame. Patrick Dombrowski, a little better look than Kyle Troop. Makes sense.
Here's Nick.
Come on.
2-pin, a nudge, doesn't fall. 4 all-time made TV 7-10 splits. And the Nair
Okay, I'm going to get this one.
conversion in Reno was the first since Jess Stayrook in 1991. So that's how rare
Very.
the 7-10 is. Oh, cruel there. So close to the 2-pin.
Yeah, coming up light again. These lanes are getting what we call tight down lane. There's oil getting dragged down lane to where when the ball is supposed to be making its motion, it doesn't. As Nick covers the 2-pin beautifully.
Get over there. Come on. Get over there. That's about as much rotation as you can get. Get over there. I moved to right and I'm...
Turn tank for Storm. Nice.
Wow.
That was perfect. A lush in the 1-3 pocket. Down they go.
When Team Storm needs it most, this is the best shot Darren has thrown today. Solid at the line, perfect. Down lane, ball goes through the pins perfectly. And look at that, determined. He knows that's important, setting his team up. As you see Matt Russo's best finish, 4th at his hometown tournament, the Pete Weber Classic. Looks a little off balance there, but it's all 10 to fall.
He and wife Lauren recently moving into their newly built house in Greater St. Louis. Quite a bowling family there. Numbers for Troop, couple opens last game, so he switches spots in the lineup. Patrick Dombrowski. Third frame for a 21-pin lead. 7 pins, stubborn.
Troop looking to double there in the third. Doesn't quite get it. Doesn't get the chance to really extend that lead from Motive.
As the 7 pin has his mark. Well, things are tight here in game 2. One classic best finish for him this year. That was a Decatur. Trying to repeat as champion. Ten pin there. Santu.
Run it out. Great shot, Sanchez.
You see him lofting it, similar to what Chris By was doing, and this is how you know this lane is hard to carry on. If Santu is leaving 10 pins, then it is hard to get the ball to go through the pins correctly.
10 pin got that for Santu to Havanainen. BDJ Tackett, 247, 185 in Illinois. Lost the title match to the top seed Anthony Simonson, 290, 279. Highest scoring title match since Brian Goebel knocked off none other than Norm Duke, 296, 280 back in 1994 at the True Value Open title match. Wow, speaking of history, Dombrowski 10 pin will not fall. Norm Duke, of course, part of the festivities here tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Norm in the building, having him back out on the PBA tour. It's going to be great.
It's the best, right?
It's the best. What a legend. Now these players really struggling here, not to get to the pocket, but to carry. It's starting to turn into who can get the corner pins out. If anyone can do it, it's this man right here.
EJ looking for help. The messenger does not reach the 10 pin.
Great shot here for EJ. Wraps his hand around it. Thought this one was going to go through the pins, but you see that ball just deflect to the right as it hits the pins. That's what's causing all these 10 pins. And at some point, oh no.
That is a shocking miss for the great EJ Tackett.
Just a little lack of focus there for EJ. And when lanes are getting like this and they're hard to strike, you just got to stay close. Hopefully your opponent makes a mistake, but EJ giving Storm an even bigger lead on the bench.
Back to Belmo, didn't like it. Runaway Brooklyn, 3 pin only. Could have been a lot worse. Turned away from that.
I'm more worried about lofting it than hitting what I was looking at.
Yeah, pretty fortunate just to get 9 here. That ball almost misses the head pin to the left. Definitely not one of Belmo's best. But single pin, easy spare. Right now, Motive struggling. Not the worst case scenario.
I was more concerned of
Storm up 1-0, race to 2 on Motive. Trying for the Manufacturers Cup here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. It's great PBA bowling on CBS Sports Network.
The 2026 PBA Elite League on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by AMF, the home of the PBA, where the pros bowl. Head to amf.com to find a center near you.
Race to 2 championship match. Manufacturers Cup on the line here today in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Dave Connell and the entire crew on CBS Sports Network. Starting a great weekend of 9 hours of live PBA coverage. 4 today, 5 tomorrow. Norm Beat Open is tomorrow. Crown a PBA Tour champion then. At about 5 Eastern, 24 hours, roughly. First, the Manufacturers Cup to determine Team Motive and A.J. Johnson in some trouble, down 21. Out of the break, it's go time for Motive. Yeah, wow. A.J. crunches the pocket, down they go. With some juice on that one.
This is what you have to do if you're AJ. You have to set the tone. Motive needs a big back half here. Each player, one shot, has to be their best, or else Motive's gonna lose this Manufacturers Cup for the 2nd straight year in a row.
Here's 5. Flat 10. But no major error, no split. That's critical. Maintaining the lead here in game 2.
Yeah, just stay clean. This is what we're seeing. The flat 10 is out there, even for a two-hander, high-rev player like Chris Vi. But you know it's hard to double. Doesn't mean Motive's going to go up there and strike in the 7th. So just pick your spares, stay clean.
Got that. 9 spare, 9 spare provide. His 2 efforts here in game 2.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Told Frankie, if this thing goes to a roll-off, I got my shoes in the car. I can get down there in an instant.
How quickly can you be ready, seriously?
I can be ready. I mean, if you go through all 5 guys, like, I'm here. Nick needs to hurry.
Not quite 2-pin there. Nick is the manager of the Storm team.
No, it just
Storm
shoots.
is a Storm bowler. So, did he answer you?
Yeah, he didn't really give me much of an answer there, unfortunately.
Just checking. That'd be pretty epic if you got out of the booth and out of the lanes for a win for Storm. That'd be unforgettable.
Nick experiencing what we've seen on this left lane.
Big star in college.
Tight, almost doesn't get there.
Midland University, Collegiate Bowl of the Year in 2017. ISC singles champ as well that year. So Frankie didn't give you much of a response, and now thumbs up or thumbs down, or just sort of ignored you, or what?
The 3-time major winner, Frankie, just kind of looked the other way.
I hope you understand it. It's going pretty well for Storm.
Yeah, they're winning. They're figuring it out.
There's Tang. Wow.
Yeah.
Right at it. And down they go to the pit. Obliterates the 1-3 pocket.
Another great shot here for Darren. Almost identical to his last one. Protecting that 20-pin lead that Storm has. Motive starting to enter must-strike territory. Russo has to get him going here in the 8th.
Big one for Russo.
Oh, no.
Instead a tough split. 2-6, 7-10 split. Rare leave, challenging leave.
Yeah, that's ugly. This this is a tough one. Yeah, this is not ideal, but Russo's gonna have to slide the 2-pin into the 6-10 over here, while also getting the ball to convert and get the 7-pin over here. Not easy. Let's see if he can do it.
Really needs this and doesn't, just gets the 2. They lose in count, and so late in game 2, that spells major trouble for Motive. And the defending champs are squarely in the driver's seat here. Up steps Troop. Chance for a 47-pin lead in the 8th frame.
Troop made this ball change last frame to this Ion Pro solid. The ball, pretty much the rest of his team is electing to throw. Just needs to keep it close.
Here's Kyle. Okay. Got to the 10 pin. Down it goes. Huge lead in game 2. Troop, there it is.
Big shot.
Big shot there for Troop. Working on a strike there. Huge opportunity to pretty much put this one away.
Shot 2. 4 pin. Late going. Right frame for Motive, but the hole is very, very deep.
Santu spares it up nicely there in the 9th.
Yeah, but that was more convincing than mine trying to hook that into.
Patrick Dombrowski, such a big reason for Storm's success here today. Just kept the ball close all day. Throwing shots like that.
Case in point. Night frame strike. Dombrowski has just been awesome throughout the entire day, and 2 shows worth. And the lead balloons to 57 pins. They're on the verge.
And this is his rookie debut. It's hard to think rookie at his age, 47, but first time bowling in the team format. I'd say he did pretty well for his first time.
You're saying 47's old?
No, no, that's not what I'm saying. Not at all. Happy birthday.
Thanks, pal. Good save. DJ Tackett, will see him tomorrow. Eighth major already for him this year. World Championship last week. We'll see him the Norm Duke Open go for back-to-back titles in PBA Tour events and his 29th career title. 5 hours of coverage comes your way tomorrow. Noon to 5. 1-7 a game in game 2. Mathematically over. Storm has won the 2026 PBA Elite League Battle of the Brands title. They are back-to-back champs. This the second year of this format, this event. Belmo and company have done it again. Champs one more time. Storm wins the PBA Elite League Battle of the Brands Manufacturers Cup.
Barbara Chrisman, everyone at Storm. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do for us. And for Bill, Bosco, we're always thinking about you. Thank you for building Storm.
Great shout out to Bill and Barbara Chrisman, founders of Storm. Trip 10 pin there. What a run for Storm. Third seeded here with the 6 teams going for the Manufacturers Cup. And they have rolled through all the opponents, including Motive, in a sweep. Phil Ball for Belmo to finish this one out. How about it? 237, 170 final in game 2 and a sweep for Storm. En route to the cup. Back-to-back champs. Storm has done it again.
Frankie,
Come on. You
And the team manager, Francois Lavoie, joins in the celebration.
All right, Jason, we're going to start with you. Storm seems to have this event wrapped up 2 years in a row. How are you guys getting it done? Different look to the team, but still coming out on top.
Yeah, look, if you look at every match, we did everything that we needed to do in that match to get through. You know, we made some great shots in the middle of the games to get some leads. We got a little fortunate against some teams as well, and then we made some clutch shots. I thought the guys there, frames 5, 6, 7, 8 in that last game. No, not 5, that was me. 6, 7, 8. They were the 3 best shots I've seen those guys throw all day, and it's when we needed it most. So, you know, massive love to these guys, to Storm, everyone at Storm, Tyler, Bill. We love you, Barbara, and everyone else that works there. We love the balls you make. We throw them because we know that they're the best balls to throw in the world. And honestly, winning it back-to-back feels bloody good.
Happy birthday, Bill.
Yeah.
And Dad, happy birthday, Bill. Frankie, hey, come up here. We got to show some love for Frankie here. First win as manager. I was waiting for the call out to come out here, but it's okay. How's it feel? Winning, how are you coaching this team to victory?
It's not too hard to coach that team. They're pretty talented. I would rather still be out there bowling, but shout out to me. That was great managerial work. No, but they did really well. We had just a lineup change at the end. They really, their teamwork was good, their communication was good, and their execution was better. So, yeah, happy.
All right. Well, congrats, guys. Congrats to Storm. Dave, back to you.
Well done there, Sherm. AMF championship moment. AMF where the pros bowl. It was Patrick Dombrowski putting this one away. He has just been awesome throughout both shows. The 3 wins for Storm, including the race to 2 over EJ Tackett and Motive's team. Back-to-back Manufacturer Cup champs. Storm Bowling has done it again, led by the great Jason Belmonte. But he wasn't alone. The manager, Francois Lavoie, Tang Belmo, Chris Vi, Dombrowski, and Kyle True back on TV. And they win the PBA Elite League Battle of the Brands, presented by BeatBox, Manufacturers Cup again. We started with 6 teams going for the Manufacturers Cup in the 2026 PBA Elite League Battle of the Brands presented by BeatBox. In the end, only one can raise the cup as champions. That is Storm for a second straight year now for Kyle Sherman and the entire crew. It's Dave Ryan saying so long for the Lehigh Valley. It's been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Last year at Thunder Bowl, this year here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. The Manufacturers Cup goes to Storm.